Hey, Steve Walton here, and as you can see from the oversized head on my beer, we're in Chamonix in France, and this is the first of EpicTV's weekly mountain biking shows. There was loads of action today at the first round of the Downhill World Cup in Fort William.
Damn Scots!
And after such a long off-season, where all the talk seemed to be about which wheel size the riders were going to use, it was good to see them back in racing again. I think the photographer Sven Martin summed it up the best on his Twitter page. If you don't put tyres on a 27.5, it's still a 26. As it turned out, only Intense, Scott and Norco actually took 27.5-inch bikes to the fort, and it's unclear as to if the latter two actually used them on the race today. There was usual product spying in the pits for next season's gear, which you can always check out on Pink Bike. My favourite was Cedric Gracia's pimpin' new green forks. However, GT decided to keep no secrets with the very public launch of their new downhill rig. Shorter chainstay, lower bottom bracket, longer top tube, much more room in the cockpit for G, and it was an aluminium frame, but it still came in lighter than last year's carbon model. And some people may say that Red Bull have got a huge budget for media and that they're always making eccentric videos that would never happen in real life. But I quite like it that G got to test his bike against the fastest bird in the world. The results today were great for the home crowd. It would be fair to say that Rachel Atherton tore apart the women's field, winning by over 10 seconds. Mind, it's also worth noting that Manon Carpenter had an awesome result to finish in second, making it a British 1-2 on the podium. After 2 years of being unstoppable, and after the winter's most controversial move to Specialized, Aaron Gwyn finished way back in the field at 20th place. It may be that special curse that Sam Hill had back when he changed from Iron Horse. Gwyn's replacement on the Trek team, Brooke MacDonald, smashed out an amazing run to finish in second place. And when first place qualifier Danny Hart got held up over a rock and lost time, G. Atherton was able to celebrate his first win since the summer of 2010. It was a great result for GT. The brother-sister team brought home the double win, which was a perfect launch for the new bike. You can catch the full replay on Red Bull TV with commentary from Lord Warner. It was only interrupted by some very serious and terrible narration from what sounded like Optimus Prime. Or alternatively, the Parkin brothers have their usual high quality mountain bike porn over on Dirt TV. Another rider finding good form on a new ride today was Sam Hill, which brings us very neatly to this week's bike review. This week I've been out with Spencer from Chamonix Bike Rental, and he's set up with Nukeproof and Ragley for the season, and we've been out testing Sam Hill's new ride for this season, or at least the closest we're going to get to it, the Nukeproof Pulse Pro. This bike is Nukeproof's top spec, race-ready downhill offering. It comes in for just under €5,000, but you can also get the same frame with slightly lower set components for €3,600.
The frame is based on a single pivot design, a slack head angle, and a low bottom bracket. You can flip an insert on the rear triangle, which adjusts the chainstay length by 10mm. That allows you to adjust the bike to the style of your riding or the trail that you're on. This Pro version comes with a Crane Creek double barrel shock to control the 210mm of rear travel. This bike has a Boxer R2C2 up front and SRAM's full EXO drive chain, as well as Avid brakes. The wheels and the rest of the components on the bike are Nukeproof branded. Another highlight of the frame to me is how the seat post comes down and protects the linkage and the shock from mud and rocks.
This bike's a medium frame. I'm about 6 foot tall, 183 centimeters. And I find it really easy and playful to ride. If I was racing, I'd probably go for a large. After a few hundred meters, I was easily going as fast as I would on my everyday downhill bike, and just felt at home.
Still offering to the drum machine, but you put another face on my heart. The stars sing the streaming color, the outsinger repeating. Not gonna be held back by the rage.
When I first unpacked the bike, the first thing I noticed was how thick the tubing on the rear triangle was, and also how strong the suspension linkage was. Because of that, it was no shock that I found the rear of the bike super stiff, responsive, and predictable.
Demonstrate if it maintains its
I've really enjoyed testing this new bike over the last week, and what impressed me the most was that for the 3 or 4 different riders that used it, we all said it was really easy to ride, despite being really different styles of riders. So thanks to Spencer again at Chamonix Bike Rental for letting me test this bike this week. What I think it is, it's a great race-ready bike at a really competitive price. Next week we'll be live from sunny Val d'Isole in Italy, home of the language of love. And arguably, this season's most technical track. I'll see you there.